Just wanting to make a little video about not knowing where you're going in life and getting older and having more the pressure increase while you're getting older and still not knowing, and then hearing other people say nobody ever knows what they're doing. Nobody knows really. Everyone's just falling through life and no one's got a clue of where they're going. And people are just, seem to have things figured out in other people's lives and they really haven't. I don't know. They look pretty figured out to me, other people. I mean, I'm 37 now. I'm nearly 38 in April, and I feel as lost as I did at 16. I don't feel like I know where I'm going or what I'm doing. And is this just the state of what you feel like? Is this just it until you die? Until you're like an 85-year-old man feeling like this forever? Do you ever ever actually get to the point of I'm content with where I am and where I'm going, and or is it just all just rubbish? And the key is to actually not overthink the whole process and take it one day at a time. But then the counteract to that is you need to have goals. You need to decide what you want to do. You need to action those goals, and it's small incremental steps every single day, and then you get to those goals, and then eventually you end up with the life you want. But what if you don't bloody well know what you want? What if you think you want a bit of everything? For instance, I've tried a lot of different things that I think I'd like, and realised I can't do them, or I'm not very good at them, and or I can do them to an okay. This is the worst thing, is doing a lot of different things to an okay sort of good standard, but never excelling in any one thing. And so people say that as well. You should concentrate all of your efforts into one thing and not spread yourself around like a jack of all trades and do different things, because that way you're just mediocre at everything. But I don't think I know. I think I like going through phases of things that interest me and topics that interest me and fads almost. And so I'll do something for a while, become obsessed with it, think I'm gonna quit my job and change my career and do this. I'm gonna be a potter. Like I thought I was gonna be a potter. I thought I was gonna be a ceramicist, just from like fucking seeing a bloke on Instagram who drops a load of like porcelain pots once, like 3 times a year, and is like everyone's like infatuated with it, and it sells out within like 20 seconds, and he charges the earth for it. And I thought I could do that, and that was the thing. And then I just got obsessed with like that, and I started looking at courses and leaving my job and doing it. And I'm glad I didn't, because I know I'm not, like 2 years later, I know that would have been ridiculous, because I don't. So I can't, basically I can't trust myself in thinking of what I could possibly be good at. The latest thing is like voiceovers, so I'm gonna get a voiceover reel together. That's probably going to end up the same as another thing that I wanted to do, thinking I could be a radio DJ. And I went to like a DJ station, like a not like a, it was like a pirate station, so it was like internet radio, broadcast it. And I did like a couple of shows there, and it was awful. I bombed, and I just didn't know what to say, and I was just stumbling my words and mumbling like some sort of Midlands accent, mumbling like sort of fumbling through a DJ set. So then I was like, okay, that's a lot harder than I thought. I can't do that. So that this voiceover thing is probably a similar thing, but I suppose you don't know if you don't try. Maybe I've just figured that out then. Just that the point is to try these things to then rule them out. And if you have an idea that you want to do something, I suppose try it, because I wouldn't have known. If I hadn't have tried that, I'd probably think I could still be a DJ or something on a radio show, which is stupid. So yeah, the pressure of time and getting older, and it being too late to start new things. And they say that it's never too late to start again. It sort of is. It sort of is in some respects, or it's very bloody hard to. And if you're a person like me that really values everybody else's opinion when you shouldn't really, and you keep thinking about what everybody else thinks of you, And that's just like another issue where it's been passed down from my parents, and they're worried to death about what everybody else thinks of them. And so growing up around that, then I default to that as well. And so there's a lot of overthinking that goes on there. So I don't think you ever maybe know what you want to do. Maybe that's the answer. But then what do you do in the meantime? What do you do? Just figure something else out and work at a Tesco's Express or something? I don't know. I don't know. If you feel like pretty lost and you're around my sort of age, the the guilt that comes along with feeling lost still at 37 is quite a lot. It's like, fuck me, you've had 37 years to figure this out, and you haven't even you haven't even got there. And there's some people that like leave school, go on to be a doctor straight away, or do something that they know for sure what they want to do. And so I've never had that. Like I've never known. I've never like grown up thinking I want to be a fireman, and then just really wanting to be a fireman. And then you see other people that have figured out the sort of path that you're on at the minute, have figured out that they want to be on that path, and they're a lot younger than you, and they've got a massive head start, and they're right behind you or now going in front of you, and there's more guilt there about like, I've wasted a lot of time because I'm this old now, and I still haven't decided on what I'm supposed to be doing. So there's that idea of like, when you feel like you're too old to start stuff and you feel like you're not getting anywhere and you can't figure out what you want to do and you maybe lack the motivation, I always try and put myself as an 85-year-old me. And I close my eyes and I really think, right, I'm in this nursing home now. My wife's, she's long gone. My kids have moved away. They're all adults. They've got families of their own. And all I do all day is I sit here and I watch This Morning with the new presenters that are just extremely woke and extremely all AI presenters, non-binary AI presenters, and all I do is watch that all day and eat ready meals, and I don't see anybody. I don't do anything. I just maybe can still about being mobile enough to walk to the local shop to get the ready meals, come back and watch the telly and just keep watching the telly. It's TV. And that's the routine, and I don't see anybody else. There's people around in the buildings, but they don't speak to me. And every night I just want to like close my eyes and just wish I just pass away, because this is just far from what I used to be. And I open my eyes and I'm actually 37 still, and I'm not that person yet. And I've got people around me to speak to. I've got people around me, and I've got family around me. My parents are still alive, and I've got opportunities. So maybe it's not that bad. Maybe there is still time. Maybe I've actually got a lot more time than I think. And you can think that you're almost dead in your head with the way age and the passage of time is conceived by a human brain. You can really get some guilt from that. But I think the key to all of this is to just think that it's not so bad, maybe, and you've still got time, and there are still things you can do. So don't really know, but let me know what you're feeling and how old you are, and if you have any guilt about not achieving enough. And everybody says that when you do achieve stuff, and if you are a high achiever, high earner, high achiever, you still have the same problems because the bar just keeps moving. And so then you're not achieving enough, you're not earning enough. And then the family, you still don't have a family because you've just prioritized your career. And then that becomes, I wish to God I had a family and not spent all this time doing this thing. So who knows? God only knows